For a decade, Brazilian football operated under a simple premise. As Neymar goes, so goes the nation. But after a 3-year absence from the national side due to injuries, that certainty vanished. It left a gaping void. Fans and analysts wondered who would shoulder the immense pressure of leading the most demanding football nation on earth. The initial test in the group stage came against Scotland. This was a squad carrying intense pressure, having never defeated Brazil in 10 historical attempts. In the first 45 minutes, that historical weight seemed to crush the Scottish backline. Early mistakes and unforced errors handed the game to Brazil before the halftime whistle even blew. Scotland's mental collapse cleared the path to victory, but the performance revealed something far more important. Brazil was no longer waiting for a single savior. Instead, they had built a completely new, highly dynamic offensive engine. The player driving this new system is Vinicius Jr. He arrived at the tournament carrying the baggage of a deeply frustrating club season. Back in Madrid, he endured a trophyless campaign. He faced harsh media criticism, and serious questions began circulating about his professional future with the club. Yet, wearing the national colors, he has stepped up as the primary threat. He is actively terrorizing defenders with a level of absolute confidence that was completely missing during his recent time in Spain. By taking absolute command of the left wing, he forces every opposing defense to tilt their entire formation to account for his speed, warping the tactical structure of the pitch. The scale of his current form becomes clear when you look at the record books. With 5 goals in this tournament, Vinicius has already matched the World Cup scoring tally of Romario. He sits squarely alongside Zico, placing him in the most elite echelon of Brazilian goalscorers. This chart shows Vinicius's career goals for Brazil prior to the World Cup, compared to his goals in just the last 3 weeks. 40% of his total international goals have been scored during this single tournament window. This sudden spike in production perfectly aligns with a new tactical setup. The manager has designed a system strictly focused on isolating him in one-on-one situations, maximizing his world-class dribbling ability. The data proves it. Vinicius is no longer a supporting character waiting in the wings. He is the undisputed protagonist of the attack. This illustrates Brazil's core trap. A forward drops deep into the midfield, baiting opposing defenders to follow, creating a massive gap in the backline. Once the center-back commits, rapid ball play through the lines sets up Vinicius as he sprints into that newly vacated space. To counter this, opposing managers are forced to double or even triple team him. That overcompensation creates wide-open passing lanes and shooting opportunities for everyone else on the pitch. The execution of this plan required a critical personnel change. The manager benched Igor Thiago in favor of Matheus Cunha, whose instinct to drop deep matches perfectly with Vinicius's desire to drive forward. By finding the perfect complementary piece to play alongside their star winger, Brazil has built a fluid, highly reactive system that wears down and ultimately breaks defensive lines. The sheer efficiency of this new attacking unit afforded the team a luxury. With a 3-0 lead secured against Scotland, they could comfortably bring Neymar off the bench. Stepping onto the pitch cemented his place in history. He became only the 4th Brazilian male athlete to play in 4 distinct World Cups, joining Pelé. He also shares this incredible milestone of longevity and global excellence with legendary defender Djalma Santos, as well as his fellow World Cup champion Cafu. Because the result was already guaranteed, the psychological environment shifted. For perhaps the very first time in his international career, Neymar played with absolute joy and zero pressure. That same relaxed environment benefits the younger generation. Highly touted prospects like Endrick can step onto the field and contribute without carrying the crushing weight of immediate expectations. The rise of a new primary attacker didn't push the veteran out. It liberated him to enjoy the game on his own terms. The true test of this tactical overhaul begins now. In the knockout rounds, the free-flowing football will clash against highly disciplined, organized defensive blocks from Europe and Asia. Looking at the tournament brackets, the probabilities point to a severe stress test. They face a 36% chance of playing the Netherlands. There is also a 44% chance they draw Japan. Both of these opponents are defined by their strict structural discipline, which serves as a direct counter to the creative interplay that Brazil relies on. But this squad is prepared. They are no longer a fragile group relying on a single moment of magic from their number 10. They enter the knockout phase as a cohesive, adaptable tactical unit, driven by the most dangerous winger on the planet.